Hey guys, it's the Flowerwoman here at Lotus Petal Studios. And tell me, who loves the summer? Because the Flowerwoman certainly does, even though it is absolutely and completely boiling hot right now. I have to shower practically twice a day because it's so darn humid, and I have to stand outside at some parts of the day. I'm absolutely sweating, and even at nighttime, it is still not cooling down. But that is your preview of what it's like to live in Florida in the dead of summer. So right now, I'm recording this at 11 o'clock p.m. nearing the end of July. And I'm doing this for a very good reason, because it's Kpop Nostalgia time again. Yay! And who's the lucky contender this time for the Flowerwoman's Kpop Nostalgia series? It is SMTOWN's cover of Cho Young-pil's Let's Go on a Trip. And you're all probably wondering, who on earth are SMTOWN? Because all you poor souls out there who don't know about K-pop, and therefore don't know who SMTOWN are, need to be educated on who they are. So SMTOWN are the lineup of artists, soloists, and bands who are underneath the label SM Entertainment, one of the big three companies in South Korea. And they've always been doing this since pretty much SM Entertainment's inception. They would have these compilation albums where all the artists would come together and release albums for the season. So they did it for Christmas, and they did it for the summer, and all that good stuff. And they don't seem to be doing it anymore, because the last time they ever released a compilation album where all the artists came together under the company, it was 2012, which is kind of sad, because I rather liked it. I thought it was really cute, and it seems as if, I don't know, the current K-pop don't seem to be really into collaborating with each other and hanging out. I mean, come on guys, can't you all be friends again? But anyway, let's go back to the time when they were still friends, and that is the one and only summer anthem of Let's Go on a Trip. So, as I said, Let's Go on a Trip was a cover song that was released on the 2007 Summer SMTOWN compilation album Fragile. And that was released July 5th, 2007. And this one had more covers for it. So, for example, Super Junior did a cover of their former label mates' HOT song Happiness. And they had TVXQ, when they were still a 5-member group, release a cover of a song called White Summer Christmas. White Summer Christmas? What, did it snow at one point in South Korea? And they felt it was Christmas? I don't know. Somebody, you're gonna have to tell me. But they even had on the track list, according to Wikipedia, Under the Sea, where Dana and Stephanie from The Grace, Itook Hicho, Yesun Kangin, Eunhyuk, Donghae, Sunmin Wookie from Super Junior, and Zhang Liyin, who was a Chinese soloist under SM Entertainment a few years ago, all collaborate together and sing Under the Sea, and we all know where Under the Sea comes from. So it was quite a cool compilation album. But the main one I'm going to talk about here is Let's Go on a Trip, because unfortunately I don't have the album itself, and it's kind of hard to listen to the whole thing when you can't really find it on YouTube. But I was able to find the music video for Let's Go on a Trip. So first of all, Let's Go on a Trip was a cover for the original K-pop summer anthem album, as I said, by the male soloist Cho Young-pil. Now, his original song was more kind of classic rock sort of style, and it was really cool, actually. I love that version. It was actually the first time I heard it just a few days ago, because for some reason when I was a teenager I was never bothered to listen to it for some reason. I don't know why, but as I said, he was a soloist, and I think he was active during, from what I can tell, the 1980s, and he released a song around, I think in 1985. Yeah, it's 1985, called Let's Go on a Trip, or Let's Go Travel. And it's just singing all about going on a trip and having a good time, getting away from the city and going through, like, exploring the valleys and the mountains and the river, and it's all so cute and fun. I love it. And so SMTOWN came along and did an honorary cover of it, and I cannot tell you enough how awesome it is. Like, really. It has less of the classic rock theme to it, and more of, at the time, like a very 2000s modern sound to it, but it was all very cheery, very summery, catchy, and of course it made you want to go on a trip. Oh, it's so exciting. I'm just getting excited at the thought of it. So, the funny thing though about the music video is, despite the fact they're singing all about a song called Let's Go on a Trip, they sure didn't travel very far for the video because they're all just in their recording studios. So, the music video I'd say was a bit of a letdown because, as I said, SMTOWN used to make kind of these really cool, maybe they were kind of simple but fun little music videos where they'd all come together and show everyone interacting with each other, all the groups, all the soloists, and just having a good time. And here, they didn't really do that. They only had some intercut scenes of the groups like doing a live performance sometime, probably at one of their world tours. And maybe they didn't make a better music video because they probably didn't have enough time, but I think it would have been cooler if they had them somewhere like, let's say, exploring on a trip somewhere like mountains or a river, or going whitewater rafting, or at the beach, because I know South Korea has a lot of cool vacation resorts. I mean, why would you just put everyone in the recording studio, guys? It doesn't make sense. And also, you can really tell that they were just recording them at a different time than when they were doing like the live performance and everything, because I noted how Wookie's hair in the recording studio scenes, he had his natural black hair and he was like wearing a beanie, and I'm pretty sure not even South Korea they wear beanies in the dead of summer, because I've heard that South Korea gets extremely hot and humid too, just like in Florida, and I can tell you don't want to wear beanies then. So they probably recorded in the winter, like January or something like that. But I will say some positives. I love like the little antics that they did all throughout it. It was all really cute and fun, just watching everyone just joke around with each other. Because that's what I always loved about K-pop. They still do it to this day, because in the US, unfortunately, like all of our celebrities are kind of all too uptight, and it's like, oh, I'm too cool to joke around. But in K-pop, everyone's just like bantering and messing around with each other, and that's what I loved. And I loved the opening where they were doing like this whole, oh, SMTOWN. But of course, when they actually start talking like around when they got to Super Junior, when they were still 13, and my goodness, Super Junior, they look so young there. Oh, they were babies then. Oh, I'm so proud of you boys. But yeah, once it got to Super Junior's bit and they started talking, and unfortunately the one music video I could find with English subtitles didn't really translate that bit, so I don't know if I have any Koreans here watching this. Can you guys help translate that part? Because I've always wondered what they were saying. Obviously, it must have been something about SMTOWN, because they were all saying SMTOWN. But I gotta mention also one more thing about the music video. I just loved seeing all these artists with each other, and these ones that were still around to this very day, like Super Junior, and also the ones that are no longer around, like the Grace. Oh, it was almost so beautiful seeing the Grace, and also TVXQ when they were 5. Oh, it was very sad seeing that. And also you had some artists that you didn't ever remember. I mean, obviously you had the very well-known ones like Boa, but there was also ones like Zhang Liyin, again, as who I mentioned earlier, and also other ones like Isaac, who I know that she was originally like in a duo, an R&B duo with Lena from The Grace, but then for some reason they only released one single and it never worked out. It seemed as if Isaac just disappeared. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. I mean, again, I don't know. I guess that's the sad reality of the industry. It's like sometimes people come and then they just go and everything. Too bad she didn't seem to get a line in this song, because I rather like her voice. I think she's quite talented. I mean, she seemed very talented from the one song that she did release with Lena as Isak and Jin Young. Now, of course, if I was to have any request, it would be, please, SMTOWN, can you guys just do a re-release of this song with like the new lineup? I mean, we still got Super Junior and Kangda, the male soloist who was originally part of HOT, and Boa, but also we could have like Aespa and Shiny and whoever else is currently under SMO, and also NCT. I mean, that would be really cool if they could just re-release it again, because I just love this song so much. And maybe actually have them go on a trip this time to the beach. And I'd love to see Super Junior go scuba diving and surfing along with the Grace, except most of the Grace aren't under SM Entertainment anymore, unfortunately. Oh, sad. Because also one more thing I noticed, that last time they ever performed this song was back in 2009 when they had like Shiny, Girls' Generation, and FX there. And yeah, it was kind of sad that they aren't doing these sort of compilation, like collaboration albums and songs together anymore. If you can hear this SM Entertainment, this K-pop veteran here demands that you do that, okay? I mean, I know the new generation of K-pop fans are a little bit weird about their favorite stars collaborating or something together, but come on. This guy's, you missed out on the good days, okay? You're missing out, okay? So don't ruin the fun for everyone. But anyway, you have been luckily introduced by me, the Flowerwoman, to SMTOWN's Let's Go on a Trip. So you've got another summer anthem to be adding to that playlist of yours. Because I know we all can agree that Sistar, who's under a different label, which I can't remember off the top of my head right now, I know they're the queens of summer and they're always going to be, but we gotta have their successors too. Or would they be predecessors? Because that song came out before Sistar even were around. Whatever. So this is the Flowerwoman at Lotus Petal Studios. Kick back, relax, switch on this song so that you can all go on a trip. Maybe a bad pun there, but whatever. Okay, as I said, this is the Flowerwoman at Lotus Petal Studios. Have a good rest of summer, and of course, thank you for watching my video. I'll see you all later in the next video.